All right. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with a new show here today on October 13th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell on the top right-hand corner or in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by HockeyPicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join. Sign up today and follow the top hockey pickers in the world right here at HockeyPicks.com. In fact, I think we are going into our, 2013 we started this, so we're already going into our eighth or ninth season here at HockeyPicks.com. And folks, we've been doing this a long time. There's over 10,000 registered users here at HockeyPicks.com. Now, they don't all play at the same time, but if you look at our lifetime leaders, and these are the people you want to follow here at HockeyPicks.com. And if you go to our, top leaders, there we go. And there's Musco, Ed Drake right there at 64 cups. Messi has got 55 cups. Louis Lovett at 51. Wise One Keith at 51. And there's Uncle B, Barry Cleveland, 44 winning cups. And the way you get Stanley Cups here, folks, is you got to go 4-0 or better on any given day, and that's how you get awarded a mini Stanley Cup. All right, I see Snipers in the house, and there's Elliot. Hey, Elliot thinks he's family. He's calling me Ronald right now. Let's go, Elliot. Hey, how you doing, Elliot? And again, so follow the top pickers here each and every day at HockeyPicks.com. My handle is Ronnie Ray, and like usual, just follow the old Hall Olympic logo. If everybody remembers back in the day at the Bob Gurte Arena, one of the best buildings in hockey in Canada, and right now they got a new hockey arena called the Slush Puppy Center here in Gatineau. And it's if you're ever here in Ottawa and go to Gatineau, you got to go watch a hockey game with the Gatineau Olympics or the Ottawa 67s for that matter. All right, so again, don't forget, follow us at hockeypicks.com. All right, Streak Catcher. Let's see if we got any streakers in the house. And there's our good friend, Plant-Based Junkie. Plant-Based on a 3-game win streak. Jason Wesley on a 2-game win streak. And we got a couple of people here. And I see that Eddie O is still our leader here at streakcatcher.com. So you want to follow the top streakers each and every day right here at streakcatcher.com. And also, let's go take a look who our new leader is at the World Series of Handicapping Pro Football Contest, and we are going into season number 10. That's right, I can't believe we're already in season number 10 here at the World Series of Handicapping.com, and I'm just going to bring this right over here, and then this way you'll be able to see the standings of all the players in our contest. Now, we had a lot of entries this year, so I want to thank everybody for joining, and there's Yos. Hey, my good friend from, I believe Yos is from Israel. Yeah, he's from Israel, and he's leading the contest right now at 24-11, 70.70 units. So congratulations, Yos. Keep up the great work. The Phenom at 24-11 as well, but it is at 62.30 units. And there's Falchu, one of our week season 6 leader and champion. He's at 25-10. And folks, you want to see their picks each and every day right here at the World Series of Handicapping contest. All right, let's see. Gloria K's in the house. Missed everyone yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. You know what? I've told you guys many times, right? On a Tuesday, it could be Animal House in here, right? It just what happens is on Tuesdays everything gets reset in the college football, NFL, and in order to get all the stats out, I got to generate all these stats, and sometimes the when you're dealing with technology and the feeds and all that stuff, sometimes it doesn't cooperate. And I was having a trouble yesterday, and I said, you know what? I'm just not my headspace is not in the right zone to do a show today, because I was just going back and forth with the programmer, and I was kind of crusty. So I figure, you know what? I'm not going to bring my old crusty self to the show here today. I'm going to fix all this stuff, and but I'll be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed the next day. And here I am on a Wednesday, hump day, and that's why yesterday I had to take a crusty day off, I guess you can say, eh? Crusty rhymes with rusty. But yeah, no, I had to get all this fixed for the members, because people pay membership, and I had to get all these the stats generated, and that's why sometimes on a Tuesday, you can ask me if it's a crusty Tuesday or a bushy-eyed Tuesday. Krusty the Clown, says Elliot V. Yeah, I was Krusty the Clown yesterday for sure. That's a good one. Hey, that's why I love the bullpen. They got a good sense of humor. All right. So hey, you know what? If you did play the selections yesterday, if you're a member of ATS Stats, I'm going to show you guys I'm going to go through money management. I got a great email the other night, and it brought my attention to this. But I'll talk about money management in just a minute. Now, yesterday, if you played our load management, hey, Mark Nation load management, yeah, good one. All right, yesterday I had a 2-team parlay. I had Houston plus 1.5, didn't need it, and then I had Atlanta, and then it was a 2-team parlay. So I had a 2-team parlay that cashed yesterday. I didn't play any NHL, didn't like any of the games, too much chalk, and it's a good thing I didn't because it wasn't a banner day. And I should know better on banner night. The Stanley Cup champions always come out a little flat in the first period of the whole game. That was a boring game. Anybody watched that Tampa Bay Pittsburgh game last night? Holy Lipton. I was like being in the library. That crowd would fell asleep last night in Tampa Bay. You had to go wake them up. Hey, we're in a hockey game here. Wake up. Hey, that was an awful game. Good baseball games. I enjoyed the baseball games yesterday. So we did that. And so I got some NHL for you guys here today. We're going to take a look at the upcoming NFL football weekend. We're going in week number 6. And let me see what my schedule says we should be talking about right now. If you're new to the Raymond Report, my name is Ron Raymond. I'm a 5-time champion handicapper located in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. That's right, the crazy Canuck above the 49th parallel. Hey, we're in the attic. Hey, one of my friends says Canada, they're in the attic up there. Hey, over the States. Yeah, no, but we do very well up here in Canada with our 4 seasons. It's 17 degrees today in Ottawa. It's a little cloudy, overcast, but you know what? It's always a beautiful day when you wake up and the sun is shining, right? Well, it's not shining today, but the sun is up. But I want to say good morning to Mark Nations, Telly's in the house, and everybody who's joining us here in the bullpen. I'd like to welcome you guys to the Raymond Report. And again, if you are new to the Raymond Report, don't forget to subscribe to our channel here on the YouTube network. And just hit that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. Or if you're watching us on a mobile device, just hit that subscribe button. And if you are new to sports betting, this is the perfect channel for you because what we do here is we like to teach the newbie how to be a more consistent and a better sports bettor. And at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to get to the winner's circle at the end of the night so you can get to a cash out Monday. And that's when we talk about cashing out and taking, it's nice to put money in your sportsbook account, but it's even better when you take it out, right? Also, if you are new and you want to learn some, you're looking for some resources, if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see I got my top 30 sports betting tips I did in the month of July this year. And it was our Dog Days of Summer series. And what I did is I did about 30 videos in length from 4 minutes to 15 minutes in some of the videos. And you can see some of the tips that I'm going to give out. And we're going to talk about one of those tips today, the action junkie versus the sports betting junkie, or the action junkie versus the sports betting investor. And we'll determine which one are you when we do talk about that. Also, if you're interested in my book, Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secrets, go to atsstats.com, go to Tools, go to 50 Greatest Secrets. And in 2009, I wrote this book. You got 50 secrets plus 30 bonus tips. And you can get it right here on our website, atsstats.com. And it's a pretty good book. I wrote that in 2009. Again, it's not a New York Times bestseller, but it'll do in the weekend when you're trying to kill some time. Tutorial videos. I always get requests. I'm trying to understand your betting system. So go to Tools, go to ATS Tutorials right here. And right there, you'll see I got 18 videos on the Raymond Report, how it functions. And you can see all the tutorial videos right here at atsstats.com. You notice a new header we got here. I got rid of the old header. I like things that are bright, right? I don't like dark websites. I try to keep jovial, and I like things that are bright. So I talked to our team and I said, you know what, let's get a bright website out there and let's get a better header. And I like this header, so it's pretty good. All right, I see my good friend from Portugal's in the house, Rui Pedro Nogueira. Or as my niece said, it's not Pedro, Uncle Ron, it's Pedro. If you're Portuguese, it's not Pedro, it's Pedro. So I think it's like that, Rui Pedro Nogueira. Maybe I'm wrong, but she's Portuguese too, so she tells me how it should pronounce. There's Miss Denica, and there's my good friend Ball Cash. Hey, Ball Cash from the ATL. Let me see. Hello, Raymond. 15:30 hour from Lisbon. 28 degrees Celsius, a sunny day. Yeah, in Lisbon. I got to get over there sometime with my family. They're always telling me, my brother-in-law is always, every time we get a function. You got to come to Lisbon. You got to come to Lisbon. I would love to go, especially when it's soccer season, right? We'll see Benfica against Sporting or something like that. All right, missed you yesterday, Mitchell Watson. Yeah, like I said, it was a crusty Tuesday, and Ron wasn't in the mood to do a show while he's trying to generate those stats. Ralph Nunziata, good morning, Giants. You know what? The Giants need to get that W. It needs to get that W pretty soon, right? Gloria K, read your book. It was very good. Thank you, Gloria. Like I said, I do my best. It's not one of my strong suits, writing, but at the end of the day, whatever's in my noggin, and if I can put that into paper and it makes sense, then that's all good. Benfica always, says Rui Pedro Nagaria. All right, Zachary Reed's in the house. Good morning, Zach. How you doing? And all right, so let's talk about the horse racing. Yeah, as you know, we always start off the show with the horse racing tip sheet, and today's tip sheet is from, I believe it's a good track, Keeneland. Yeah, Keeneland's a good track. Should be a good purse there in race number 1 today at Keeneland. In fact, it's a $75,000 maiden claiming race, 1 p.m. post time today at Keeneland, 7 furlongs on the dirt. We are going to go 5-2-1 in race number 1 today at Keeneland. Lady Clementine with Edgar Zayas taking the ride here on Lady Clementine. Benedict's sister, that's a weird name. Benedict's sisters, BJ Hernandez taking a ride on the 2-horse, 5-1 morning line. And Living for Today, Gutierrez taking a ride on the 1-horse, Living for Today, 5-1 is your recommendation today at Keeneland. And if you're going to play the Joker, our value play of the day, you got a great jockey on it. Tyler Gaffalione taking a ride here on Codename Lee's, the 6-horse, 5-2 morning line on Codename Lee's. Tyler Gaffalione, 25% in the money his last 100 races. If you're going to play an exacta today at Keeneland in race number 1, I would like to recommend 5-2, 2-1, 1-6 exacta box. And if you're going to play trifecta, 5-2-1, 6-2-1 trifecta box. Always remember to box those horses. And if you're going to play the Joker, the number 6, Codename Lee's, always recommend the Double Dutch betting system. And let's say you got a $20 budget, put 10 to win, 10 to place on the number 6. If he comes in first, you get paid twice. He comes in second, you get paid once. And that is your free horse racing tip sheet today, courtesy of ATSstats.com. And if you want to get the entire tip sheet, all the races today at Keeneland, races 1 to 10, actually there's 11. You just go to our website, go to horses, free tip sheet. In the pull-down menu, go to Keeneland, and you can print out today's tip sheet, and it's all for free right here at ATSstats.com. The Attic, yeah, you like that one? Morning from the Attic. Ms. Danica asked, new system forecast for NHL will be live soon. Yes, I talked to the programmer. We're working on getting that live very soon. It's just we wanted to get the college football NFL, but then the next step is NHL NBA. So I'll let you guys, I'll keep you updated. I talked to the programmer this morning, and we'll try to get that updated either this week or next week. And what they're talking about is you go to the front page of ATS Stats, the new system forecast, and what this will do, it will tell you the percentages of when, for example, while we're talking about it, let's take a look at game number 1 between Tampa Bay and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, what this system does, and history is always our best teacher, right? So what the system will do is when any NFL road favorite, if you click on Tampa Bay, it'll tell you the range that we're looking for. So any NFL road favorite of 3.5 to 6.5, and the total is 51.5 to 54. What has that team in the past? What have they done? Chances of winning the game straight up, chance of covering the game, and what was the chances of the game going under the total? And we give you the percentage play. So any NFL road favorite of 3.5 to 6.5, the total between 51.5 to 54.5. That road favorite is the chance of winning is at 62.9% chance compared to 37.04 for the underdog. 55% chance of covering compared to 44% for the underdog, and it's based on 27 occurrences in the database. And the chance of that game going under the total is at 44%, meaning a 56% chance of game going over the total. And these are the new forecasts. And again, it's based on any other previous teams in the past since 1983 to today. And believe it or not, there's only been 27 teams in the past that the range of 6.5 to 3.5 road favorite, and the total was 51.5 to 54.5. and it only happened 27 times. And during those 27 times, those are the percentage plays of those occurrences, of those situations, of chance of winning the game straight up, chance of covering the game against this point spread, and the over-under on that game. All right, let's take a look at what the bullpen are saying. NHL is here already. Nice, sounds good. NHL is normally my strongest sport. However, I just learned that Seattle has a team about 10 minutes ago. Okay, so remind me not to get my pick from Underdog Sniper. Hey, if you didn't know the Seattle Kraken are in the house, then hey, it's not all cracked up to be. Oh, hey. Seattle, there's Isaiah. Good morning, Isaiah. And I can't believe the Rays are out. Yeah, you know what? That sucks. The Tampa Bay Rays, the one thing in baseball, and John Smoltz said it best. If you watch the telecast the other night between the Rays and the Boston Red Sox, John Smoltz says, during the regular season, you don't think getting 3 outs in an inning is that tough. Then you get to the playoff, then you realize how hard it is to get that third out, and that's coming from a Hall of Famer, right? John Smoltz. And I said it all the time, right? The regular season is nice and all that. Once you get to the playoffs, throw all the analytics aside. It's about situational handicapping. It's about emotions, momentum, and value. That's the way I look at sports, and that's how I coach it and I played it when I was involved, right? Taking load management day myself today, Ron. Watching Ron on the big screen taking notes. Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I speaking of the big screen, I know Eddie O from Montreal sends me sometimes I guess he takes, you can the sling, or the if you have a smart TV, you can put it on YouTube. And it's kind of weird when they send me pictures of it myself in the 72-inch. So I was like, wow, I'm just used to my laptop or my PC here, not used to seeing the big screen. But what's a kraken, says Isaiah. No, I think it's a fish or something, right? I don't know. I have no clue. But I like their uniform. I think they got great uniforms. Hey, little hump day coffee right there. No pun intended. I think it's a squid from 20K only under the sea. Hey, under the moonwalk. I just got the pun. I can't root for a team that has that name, says Isaiah. Hey, mythological creature looks like a giant, says Elliot V. My grandma was from Seattle. Hey, okay. If that's the reason why you're betting the Kraken, Isaiah, just remind me not to take your picks, right? The Kraken is a legendary sea monster of gigantic size and cephalopoop like an appearance in Scandinavian folklore. All right. So Mark Nation's getting very philosophical on us here this morning, grabbing his Webster's dictionary out there, making me pronounce names I can't talk or I can't pronounce. Cephalopod-like appearance. Anyways, I'll have to practice that. Maybe I'll have to go to Google pronunciation there and get that one straightened up. But I'm not betting them, says Isaiah. Hey, you guys are fired up. Maybe I need to take more days off. You guys seem to be more energetic when I come back the next day. All right, so here we go. We talked about the World Series of Handicapping. We talked about hockeypicks.com. Don't forget, make your picks each and every day at hockeypicks.com. And the tip of the day we gave. Now, one thing I want to talk about today, I got a really good email the other day, and I get a lot of these emails, right? And the tone of the email was something like, you know what, I'm not having fun sports betting right now. I feel like I'm just throwing my money away. I'm betting, 1,000 or 5,000 a game, and it's not working out. And it's just, and we've all been there, right? We've all been to this situation where, we get on these losing streak, and then once you get on the losing streak, the biggest thing that a lot of handicappers and bettors will do, they'll double up and they'll just keep going. And whenever you're having a bad time in sports betting, I've done videos on this. Take days off. You take days off, you refresh, or you follow other handicappers, or this is where you need help. You go to somewhere like us, or there's other great handicappers out there, or you follow the Street Catcher, you follow Hockey Picks. And this is why I say all the time, like, people who go to bullpenpicks.com, hockeypicks.com, they don't get it sometimes. And they think, oh, this site sucks and blah, blah, blah. I don't, you don't go to Hockey Picks to get a t-shirt because you won 10 in a row. And that's what I like, until eventually you'll use Hockey Picks and Bullpen Picks, and then the light bulb will go off on why you use this website. Now, I'm not trying to be an a-hole by talking like this. I'm just saying you have to know why and how to use this website. And the way you use hockeypicks.com and bullpenpicks.com is you follow other great pickers. And the thing is, when you do your picks, again, there's a reason why I don't give out free betting accounts at this site or free t-shirts, because I don't want that to be your incentive. The incentive for playing at hockey picks and bullpen picks is to follow other great pickers. And then what you do is you go to your following page, and let me go to bullpen picks. Let me take, and I'll give you a good example. And I'm getting to my point there in a couple of seconds. It's just going to take time for me to really, let me see here. I'm going to log in. Crap. Hang on a sec here. Yeah, I got too many websites. All right, so let me just bring this over here. All right, so bullpenpicks.com. So if you go to top scorers, look at Eddie O. He's the top scorer right now. These are the hottest pickers right now. If you go to most followed, these are the ones that people follow the most, because if they're following them, it's because they're making them money, right? I'm not going to follow guys who lose, right? And the thing is, in your top scouts, like here, the people we call the top scouts, these are, and there's a reason why this guy here, Mike, is only following 5 people, because less is more. If you follow 10 people, 12 people, you're just going to confuse yourself, and it's a paralysis by analysis type thing, right? So what you want to do is you want to follow a handful of people, and then this way, like for instance, I'm only following 3 people at bullpenpicks.com, and it changes every day. I only follow people that are certain criteria that I set, and it's the same thing at hockeypicks.com, right? And so that's how you got to use this website to follow other pickers. Now, going back to my story of that email, this gentleman was having a really hard time, losing money. He's not having fun, and we've all been there, right? We've all been there. So what, and I talk about this in my video. If you go to my our YouTube channel right here, you're gonna see in the here. Let me bring this over here. If you go to our tips video, I'm just gonna go to our tips video, and I'm gonna show you guys here. But I'm gonna talk about it in a minute. All right, so here's our YouTube channel. If you go to down here, Ron's top 30 sports betting tips. Go to tip number 30 right here, Action Investor against Sports Investor. Now, it's a 14-minute video, but what it's going to do, it's going to describe the action investor, the bettor who just absolutely needs to bet every day, and because he's watching the game and he just wants action on the game. But from a financial point of view, it's probably not a wise thing. Like a day like today, right? Only 5 NHL games, but everybody's going to bet today like it's a $100 day, a $500 day. What you want to do, and what I do, this is how I bet. And I'm introducing this now, and I'm going to slowly incorporate this into ATSstats.com. So if you go to NHL and you go to NHL picks, you're going to see there's 2 types of pick system. Like when you buy a membership at ATS Stats, with your $25 a month membership, you get my beer and money pizza picks, right? So the bets that my beer and pizza money picks are $25, right? It can be $20 some days, depending how I'm feeling on that game. But these are my low risk money that I'm betting, right? Now, to a lot of people say, "Oh, $25 is a lot to me, Ron." And everybody's different on the amount of units they wager. So when I see a game like I want to bet on, and I just want some, I need some action on that game, or I don't need it, but I want to put action on that game, I put beer and pizza money. My beer and pizza money, allocation is $20 to $25. So this is why I put Ron's 25 per game picks. It's beer and pizza money for me, right? So what I do is, let's say I got 3-4 picks, I'll put it here. But if I absolutely love a pick, then I go to my premium section. And this is where I post my top plays. Now these are the plays that I bet more heavily on, right? So if I go to, if I just click on this banner, it'll take me to the my premium picks, and this is where I'll bet anywhere from $100 to $500 a game. Those are my max, right? $100 to $500 a game, and that's how I wager my sports. So on when you see me post my picks in the section right here, NHL, NBA. And they're just my beer money picks. I'll post them there. But when I want my $100, $500 picks, those are my investment picks. And those, obviously, because I'm in this industry, and I'm in business, these are my top plays, right? And my top plays are different price than the regular membership, right? So that's how I treat my money management. So if you're ever wondering, okay, Ron, how come your picks are a little bit different from your premium than your regular beer and pizza money, right? Well, that's exactly that. My beer and pizza money picks, at $24.99 a month, you're getting my beer and pizza picks for 30 days each day. So it's like less than $1 a day, right? And it's like buying stocks. If you got a good tip on a good stock, you got to pay it. So it costs a little bit more, right? So if you back to my money management guy, you can't treat every day like it's a premium pick day. You got to really understand, like, hey, there's a certain feeling you get on a game. And whenever, like, I'll give you an instance. If you guys remember on the show Monday, I told you guys that I absolutely love the Toronto Argonauts here in this spot against the Hamilton Tiger Cats, right? Yeah, we had to sweat it out a bit. But heading into that game, the situational handicapping, the analytics, everything pointed towards a great, an investment play for me, right? And I put a couple $100 on that game. And again, I vary my premium picks, my investment picks. They'll go from $100 to $500, right? Those are my top plays. But again, when I don't feel it, but I want action on the game, then I put beer and pizza money on it, and that's the difference. So again, the message I'm trying to convey here today, guys, if you don't feel it today and you don't think that this is, you don't like the card, you don't like the board, there's not enough, games on, only 5 NHL, I don't bet preseason basketball. Basketball will get going next week, and that's when we'll start betting, our premium and our beer money picks on basketball. But with just a 5-game slate today, I'll have to handicap a little bit more of the games, but that's how I feel about money management when it comes to sports betting. Don't treat every day like it's $100 to $500 betting day if that's your units, right? If some days, I'm not feeling these selections, so I'm going to bet beer and pizza money today. And this way, it doesn't make a big dent in your wallet and your bankroll if you're losing $10, $20, or whatever. Anyway, so let me see what you guys are saying to that. All right, Quentin Rampage Jackson, Elliot V. Oh, I'm missing something here. All right, so you guys still talking about that hockey name? A long time ago, they lived in the crackhead that lived in the ocean. You guys are taking this right off the rails, eh? You guys are taking the show right off the rails with that one. Seems like a while, but it's been here. Quentin Rampage Jackson, technical difficulties yesterday. Hey, Ron, I'm super late, but go Hawks. Good morning, Ron. Hey, good morning, Plays and Parlays. How you doing, buddy? Hey. Did I miss anything yet? Nope. They do some of the work for you. I guess Ed Drake is talking about the picks at Hockey Picks and all that, right? Covered, hey, Plays and Parlays, covered MLB in the Hockey Picks. Nothing more gratifying than being a... Okay, well, little corner guy. I bet $2 to $5 every 3 to 4 days. And hey, you know what? That's a good strategy to have. And again, if your beer and pizza money is $2 to $4, let's be honest. The reason why we wager on sports, there's 2 reasons. One, you want an interest in the game, and 2, you want to make money, right? And just think that every day is not a day. It's not a 649 day. That's our lottery or the Powerball in the States. You got to pick and choose your spot. Like, you don't buy stocks heavily every day, right? If you do, it's probably penny stocks, or even buying stocks every day is a little bit much. But if you're sports betting every day, just remember, not every day is an investment day. You got to wait and pick your spots. And even in the NFL, I know the NFL is every 7 days, but sometimes you'll get a card on a Sunday where you look at the card and you go like, wow, I don't really like anything this week. Like maybe this past weekend, people felt that way about the NFL card, right? But just keep in mind, not every day is a Picasso. That's another video I write. And when I mean by not every day is a Picasso, it means it's like everything's not going to be an oil painting for you, right? Everything's not going to come to you like easily. And you ever get those feelings when you're handicapping a game and like things are coming so easily to you, like you're in that zone and you're like, man, I can't, like, everything I bet today just went to gold, right? And then there's the other days like you thought it was a Picasso day and everything went to the crapper, right? So just understand that there's a beer and pizza day and then there's an investment day, and know the difference. and pick your spots, and don't use every day like it's an investment day, because at the end of the day, you're going to be broke, and you're going to be like my good friend there who sent me that email, and just trying to find a way, right? And if you're stuck in that cycle of just constantly losing, first thing I say is just stop. Just cut it off right now. Follow the show. Follow Street Catcher. Follow the hottest pickers at Hockey Picks, and just hit the restart button, right? Hit that restart button, but whatever. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, thinking you're going to get different results. Well, you can't be like that, right? Sometimes you got to hit the reset button and then just refocus and change your strategy and say, you know what I'm doing doesn't work. I'm going to try this. And again, I talk about all the time, that uncomfortable feeling, right? Sometimes in sports betting, you're going to do things that makes you feel very uncomfortable and making those selections. But at the end of the day, sometimes those selections really turn out to be the best. All right. Hopefully that worked out for you guys. Again, I always like to keep it real. And sometimes we get involved in so much of the handicapping that we forget that there's also a money management system part that it can't be ignored. It has to be talked about. You got to face the facts, or you're going to face or you'll face your warden or your better half when they find out that your bank account's empty, right? And we don't like that. So I don't want no emails from any angry better halves. All right, let me see here. You got to prove yourself. You can win. Yeah, and that's a great point Isaiah made. You got to prove yourself that you can win consistently, and that's, you know what? I'm glad you said that, Isaiah, because at hockeypicks.com, in order to get ranked, in order to get the top scorer, you need 100 picks in the system. Like if you go look at the top scores right here, all these scores, it doesn't take in consideration, someone who signed up 3 days ago. It's like, hey, a guy signed up 3 days ago and he's the top scorer. No, you need to prove yourself. And in order to prove yourself, you go to your account and you see that you have 100 picks in the system. It'll tell you, but in your last 100 picks, in order to get, in fact, if you go here, you'll see it says here, you need 100 picks in the system to get listed. If I go to my account, let me see here. There. Once you have made 100 picks, your Rink Rat scoreboard will be activated. So that's what Isaiah's talking about. Prove yourself, right? Because in order to get recognition and get status of being a good picker, you need to prove yourself, and that's how we do it here at Hockey Picks, or all the pick sites that are in the system. All right, let me see here. What else? Your strategy is excellent. Way to perfect money management. You got to prove yourself. Thank you. I bet 3% of my bankroll daily and make 5 bets per day. Usually, I adjust to 3% daily as well, says Quentin Johnson. Yeah. Hey, you know what? And this is why everybody's money management system is, we're all after the same thing, right? And the way we get to point A from point B, or point B from point A, is, it could be a different path, right? My retirement plan is crypto and Ron's info, and I feel more confident with Ron. Oh boy. Hey, you probably feel better confident with Shiba Inu right now, or maybe some XRP or Bitcoin or Ethereum, the big four, right? Sometimes I'll even take a couple of days off, dry bet, so to speak, says Isaiah. Prove it or lose it, says Isaiah Moore. Yeah, I like that. All right, so let's get to the on with the show. And I just again, on a very quiet day in hockey and baseball. Well, there's no baseball, basketball. It's always good to talk about money management. All right, so let's go to those games. Let's go to those hockey games, and then I'll take a look at some of the other stuff here in just a few minutes. So let's go to the Rain Report. In fact, because let me see here. Yeah, let's go to Rain Report. We'll go to NHL. 3% is perfect, says Isaiah. Yep, it is. All right, the big game on deck tonight, the Toronto Maple Leafs taking on Les Habitants de Montréal, the Montreal Canadiens. This will be a good game. Now, one of the ways, how do you handicap, the start of a season, right? You got no data to really fall on. Everything is new. Everybody new teams, the new free agents that sign. What's the consistency? When I handicap new leagues, new season, I look for consistency, right? So if you look at the Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs, you got Sham, the head coach for the Montreal Canadiens, and you got Sheldon Keefe here in Toronto. Now, Keefe has a 66% win percentage with the Maple Leafs, and Dominic Ducharme has a 48% win percentage with the Montreal Canadiens. That's the consistency of the head coaches. Now, Deschamps, I believe, is going in the second year, and I think Keeps going in his third year, I believe, with the Leafs. Now, looks like the starting goalies for Toronto is going to be Jack Campbell. He's got a pretty good record against the Montreal Canadiens. And I thought it was something like 7-2-1 or something like that, or 7-2. And you got Jake Allen, who's probably going to get the nod for the Montreal Canadiens tonight. And the forecast is going to lean with the Maple Leafs 3.01, 2.4, the over-under at 85.45. That's based on 81 games in the system. Now, again, when I give out these computer forecasts, this is strictly the computer picks. This is not my picks. This is the analytics. And, it's just like an indicator, right? So, looking at tonight's game, you got what I like to do also is I like to look at the starting lineup. I like to look at the first two teams, the first two lineups, right? Who are their go-to lines? And when I look at the Montreal Canadiens, they signed Nick Suzuki to a nice little contract. That's going to put a little hop in the step here tonight. And then you got Tyler Toffoli. Too bad Tyler Toffoli's not playing Vancouver. Seems to score as a hat trick every time he plays them. And Cole Caulfield, what a great hockey player this guy is from Wisconsin. And then you got Christian Dvorak, Josh Anderson, and Jonathan Drouin, who's back on the second line. And then you got Jake Allen between the pipes, Brett Kulak, Jeff Petrie. Those are the big two on defense. So I always like to look at the first two lines of each team, the one line on defense and the goalie from just my scouting perspective, right? Always your eyes are your prize. And when I look at the Leafs, I look at their top line, John Tavares, Mitch Marner now is a question mark here tonight, Nick Ritchie. And then second line, you got Bunting, Kerfoot, and William Nylander. Not really crazy about the first two lines. I think if you're looking for value tonight, I think the Montreal Canadiens is where the value lies at plus 155. And we know Montreal always gets fired up to play the Toronto Maple Leafs. In fact, this is the big game tonight on the national television here in Canada. So people are going to be watching this one. And then they'll probably the doubleheader with the Canucks and the Oilers, I believe. Yeah, Vancouver and But let me just bring up something here. I'm going to show you guys something with your membership at ATS. If you go to the Matrix, this is the chart where you go to NHL. And if you click on the either team, Toronto or Montreal, if you look at that, it'll give you a lot of information regarding some of the teams, right? You see the ATS straight up and over-unders. So if you just scroll right down here, if you look at Montreal, the last 7 in the month of October, home or away, 5-2. And let me see here, Road Atlantic. Home or away underdog versus Atlantic Division opponent, 3-7 to the under. Home or away underdog month of October, the total is 5.5, 5-2 straight up. So these are the type of stats that it'll give you here at the Matrix. But I'm going to go with Montreal here. I think there's value in the underdog. This Toronto Maple Leaf teams, they're a good team, but I just, no Matthews. Both teams are missing a lot of their top players. In fact, when I look at the injury list here, now, Mitch Marner, game time decision, Matthews out, Wool's out for Montreal. Montreal's got a lot of guys out. Byron, Edmondson, Hoffman, Carey Price, Teasdale, Weber. Montreal's got a lot of guys who are out right now. So, but I do like I do like Montreal's lineup here tonight, and I love the value you're getting. So I think this line is way overvalued here on Toronto. Hey, keep in mind, Montreal went to the Stanley Cup last year, and they're 155 underdog against Toronto. I'll take the Habs all day, all night in this one. All right, let's go to the next game. So we'll take a look at Vancouver against the Edmonton Oilers. Now, looking at the starting goalies for Vancouver Canucks, it looks like it's going to be Thatcher Demko against Mike Smith. Now, Dave Tippett, believe it or not, has got a 61% win percentage with the Oilers since he's been with them. Travis Green, 48%. The line is minus 182 here on the Oilers. The over-under is set at 6.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to lean with Edmonton here, 3.5 to 2.59. The over-under is set here at 6.15. And if you look at the Oilers, last 10 head-to-head meetings against the Canucks, they are 6-4 straight up, 6-4 to the over. And when Vancouver travels to Edmonton to play the Oilers in their last 10, 5-5. But look at the ATS record, 9-1 on the puck line. So if you do like Vancouver, I think I would play the plus 1.5. I do like Edmonton to win the game. I'm looking at a 4-3 type game. but I'm not laying 182 tonight on Edmonton. All right, game number 3, we're going to go to the Rangers against the Washington Capitals. Interesting interview last night between Colby Armstrong did an interview with Sidney Crosby and Alexander Ovechkin. It was it was a little uncomfortable, but you got two of the greatest players, and it was an interesting interview. I'll just leave it at that. Minus 132, the over-under is set at 6. Now, the Rangers got a new head coach in Gerard Gallant. Gallant's got a 55 win percentage. Did a good job in Vegas. Not sure exactly why he got the axe, but, anytime you're hired as a head coach, you're always hired to be fired, right? And there's a shelf life in the NHL unless you win the popularity contest. The one thing in coaching, if you're not popular, your shelf life is going to be very short. Take it from a football coach who knows. For the line on this game, minus 132. The over-under is set at 6. And the looks like the starting goalies tonight for the Rangers are going to be Igor Shesterkin against Ilya Samsonov. So you got two probably Russian goaltenders here going at it tonight. So they're going to be watching back home in the homeland. And anytime you get two goalies from the same country, there's always that personal battle, right? So I do like the under in this game. I think the under is where you want to lean. I know when you look at this, the headlines, Ovechkin, he's is going after Gretzky's record. Then you got the Rangers, who probably finished strong last year. They didn't start strong, but they finished a bit stronger. Zibanejad, I love the way he plays. Lafreniere, let's see if he has a breakout year this year. I do like the Rangers in this game here tonight. I'd like the under a little bit better, but I think I'd lean to the Rangers. Very, very small lean. All right, let's go to game number 4 here between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Colorado Avalanche. And the Avs are 200 favorite. The over-under is set at 6. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to lean with Colorado, 3.7 to 2.7. The over-under is set at 6.47. Marc-Andre Fleury now going to be between the pipes for the Chicago Blackhawks. The Colton here for the Chicago Blackhawks has a win percentage of 50%. And Bednar for Colorado is at 54%. As you can see, I'm a very big in coaches, right? Because at the end of the day, first, if you have a losing start or a losing season, the first one to get fired is the head coach, right? So that's why the Bucks always stops at the coach's desk. And when I look at the tonight's starting coaches, Chicago though, they're gonna get Jonathan Toews back in the lineup. And, I love the lineup they have. I like the over a little bit better in this game. I think we could see a lot of firepower here. And new goalie for Colorado, Darcy Kemper, coming from Phoenix, and Marc-Andre Fleury, right? So you got two goalies coming from another team. I like the over tonight in the game between Chicago and Colorado. And the final game of the night, you got Connor Hellebuyck, who's 7-1 lifetime against the Anaheim Ducks, taking on the Anaheim on the road. 132 is the price here on the Jets. Over-under set at 5.5. Forecast going to lean with the Winnipeg Jets. 3.59, 2.48. The over-under is set here at 6.07. I'm thinking maybe this might be an investment pick here tonight on Winnipeg. I do like Hellebuck's record against the Ducks. And when you look at the last couple of meetings, look at that. Anaheim 2-8 in their last 10 against Winnipeg. Give me the Winnipeg Jets tonight. All right, the headlines are about the Rangers getting revenge on Tom Wilson / Cal. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. Remember last year, that cheap shot Tom Wilson? Maybe there's some... the one thing with hockey is when there's scores to settle, they do it on the ice, right? They police themselves. And this is where, the Don Cherries of the world get all excited. But if you're an old school hockey fan and you believe in that type of, the players police themselves, well, we'll see tonight. There could be some fireworks. That's a good one, common sense. I forgot about that. Hey, when you do baseball and all other sports, you keep forgetting. All right, I'm going to put in my picks right now at hockeypicks.com, and I'm going to go with the Habs. I really like the Habs tonight. I'm going to go 60% on Montreal. I'm going to go 60%. I do like the, you know what, now that you said that, that's a good angle, because now if that game is, see, when you get a game like that where there's headhunting the whole game, and Gerard Galland's from the old school, so he's going to probably have his guys, Tom Wilson. I'm going to go with the Rangers in this one. I'm going to go Rangers. I'm going to go not a 55%. I love Winnipeg. I love Winnipeg in this spot, 70%. I'm going to go with Colorado at 58%. And I'm going to go with the Oilers at 56%. And those are my picks tonight at hockeypicks.com. And you can see Let me see here. Look at that. I'm one of the. This is what I love about hockey picks. All the chalk eaters come out, especially Toronto guys. Hey, Toronto fan is just. I'm an Ottawa guy, so just if you ever see me picking on Toronto, the Leaf fan, just know it's a Toronto Ottawa thing. It's not personal. It's just the Darcy Tucker years on Alfie just got to me a little bit too much back then, right? But the typical Toronto guy. They're gonna win the cup, right? Let me guess. They got the parade all chalked out already on the Yonge Street. All right. Let me see here. 19-3 is the voting. 58% the confidence level on the Buds. See, Washington. Everybody's on Washington. I'm on New York. I do like Winnipeg here. I love Winnipeg in this spot. 19-2 early voting. Colorado, same thing, and Edmonton. Yeah. So the only one is the first two right out of the hop, and those are the two that people are talking about. All right, any questions regarding today's hockey games? If not, that'll be a wrap, and then we'll come back tomorrow and handicap some of the other games going on tap. We'll have maybe one baseball game. We'll have the I like the Leafs today, says Miss Denica, LOL. Oh, no, don't tell me you're a Leaf fan, Miss Denica. Hey, man. Oh, it's hockey season, eh? It's hockey season. Between Montreal, Ottawa, and Toronto, we're gonna have our own fans in here. All right, folks, thank you for watching today's show. Again, if you're interested in my my beer and pizza money picks, you can get it with your membership here at atsstats.com. It's $24.99 for the month, $99 for the year. And if you're interested in my investment picks, my top plays that I bet anywhere from $100 to $500 per game, you can get that at the premium picks. Go to picks, go to Ron's premium picks, and you can see my record, my last 25 records right here. My last premium picks. You can see here, I had a good weekend. Went 3-1 with my college and football picks this weekend, and I believe I'm 17-8 or something like that in my last 25 selections. All right, folks, have yourself a great rest of your day. Are Trends and Friends still available, says Gloria K. You know what? There is Trends and Friends, but because it's early in the season, I didn't really like the trends for the hockey. But the NFL I'll do on Thursday, on Friday, and the NFL, the college football tomorrow. So let me go to the NHL trends right here. And let me see here. Colorado 8-2 against Central Division team in the last 10. Montreal home and away team, the total is 5.5 and 6. 8-2 to the under in their last 10. You can see Winnipeg as a road team versus a Pacific Division opponent. 13-2 on the puck line. 10-5 straight up. And the New York Rangers, if you like the Rangers on the puck line, look at that. As a road team, as an underdog, the total 6.5 the last 2 years. 27-5 on the puck line. Colorado is a home favorite versus division opponent during the month of October. 22-4. And those are your trends for today in the NHL. All right, folks, I'll be back here on a full Friday. That's what I call a Thursday, because it feels like a Friday, but it's really a Thursday. That's why we call it a full Friday. In the meantime, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back here mañana. And hasta la vista, baby. Ciao.